Hello. Yes, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. So today is 8th of May, and today's the last day of the week. So we just want to look at our charts briefly. We want to look at what we said last week, and earlier this week, so that we see if the price indeed went as we said, or if there are any changes that we need to make in line with what we said on Monday. So this is USD/JPY. As you can see, we expected some sell positions. We did expect price to pull back up to this point. So far, that is what has happened. We had a support here, we had a support, there's a break, there's a retracement, it continued down, it came back up. So this basically is the correct place we still want to pick a sell from. So if the price can come back up to this point, which already did, this was earlier this week, mid of this week, there was this retracement. We want price to come back again the second time to give us the correct place to sell it from up to this point. So if you sell it within this zone here, expect price to continue down up to the next level, which is 106.01, 106.010. So we move forward. EUR/USD. We have EUR/USD. So this is bearish. The price is moving downwards. You may not be able to see it if you look at it from this time frame, but if you check the weekly chart, you can see that we are indeed heading to the lower side. And then you have this. So basically, expect price to break below this point and continue to the lower side, or it should proceed up to the trend line which you're having at the top before it continues to the lower side. So as it is now, you may see a move up and then a bounce to the lower side, or you may see a continuation to the lower side, and that would mean the price may break below the lower trend line. So if this is true, that is, if the price goes below this trend line, expect it to proceed much lower. Let's see what we have on the next symbol. We look at GBP/USD. On GBP/USD we have also downwards, but there's a shape. This is a very good contracting wedge formation. So as long as the price continues to remain within this shape here, we actually expect a continuation upwards up to this point, where if it bounces off, we expect a sell. We also expect a continuation to the upper side. So this is what could happen. The price may bounce off from this point, head straight to the lower side, or bounce off from the lower side and head straight to the upper side up to this trend line, the one at the top. In case the price breaks any of these levels, then we expect a continuation in that direction. So if it breaks above, we expect a continuation to the upper side. If it breaks below, then we expect a continuation to the lower side. So the next symbol, we have gold. So far, gold is bullish. The price continues to move to the upper side, and this is in line with what I said previously. We did have some resistance here. We said on Monday that there was a resistance. There was this failed attempt to continue downwards. Then there was this break. We had an inside candle above our key level, which means this is continuing upward. So if you're on this chart now, you actually are supposed to be looking for buy positions. Expect price to continue much higher. Expect it to continue much higher up to a monthly level, and that should be at least up to this point, the high of the previous month, 1747.59. If the price goes up to this point, then that will be the best place to look for a possible sell from, and if the price breaks above it, that would mean we are continuing upwards. So we move forward. Let's see what we have on the next symbol. We look at Brent oil. So Brent oil so far, this is SP500. We are upwards. We had a bearish pin bar, but that didn't come into play. Instead, the price just moved upwards. So this overall is upwards. the overall trend of SP 500 is upwards, which means although there are some good retracements, some massive retracement, we actually still expect price to continue upwards, because if you look at the past, we had some support, a retracement here, we had a retracement here, we had a retracement here, and just recently we had some big retracement. What this simply means is we are still upwards. So but overall we've seen price retrace then continue upwards, the price retraces then continue upwards, which means even after this retracement we are likely to see a similar move to the upper side. So to confirm that we are indeed upwards, just look at how these retracements are happening. Those are then followed by a big move. There's the same candle with the tail followed by a big move, and as I'm speaking now, just in the recent past, there was this big candle which was followed by a big candle upwards. So this means we are still upwards, most probably up to this point. So if you take any position now, just ensure you're holding onto that position up to the resistance which I've mentioned, the one at the very top. So the next chart we'll look at is the last one should be Brent oil. And Brent oil, this is also bearish. On the monthly chart, we only expect price to come back up to this point. We want price to try pushing back to the upper side, but it should come back only up to this level. Only up to this level. So if the price pulls back up to this point, then this should give us a correct place to look for a sell from. Expect a continuation up to 35.397, where this is the correct place we want to pick a sell from. So just a pullback up to this point, pick that sell, hold on to it, have your stop loss above this point, and expect a continuation. So if the price can pull back up to this point, that should be the ideal place where we want to pick a sell from. So thank you very much. We'll look at the strength meter. This one, as I'm speaking now, we have NZD, New Zealand dollar, being the strongest, and then we have the next strongest is the Canadian dollar. The Canadian dollar is the next strongest, and then we have JPY being the weakest, and then we have Euro is the most weakest. So if you are to trade today, trade a combination of either the New Zealand dollar and the Japanese yen, or New Zealand dollar or Euro and Euro, or the Canadian dollar versus NZJPY, or the Canadian dollar versus the Euro. So that is based on the strength meter. If we are to check the one with the best trend, we have AUD/JPY having the strong buy trend, AUD/USD strong buy trend, AUD CAD strong buy trend, AUD CHF strong buy trend, NZD/USD we have strong buy trend,